Become a podcast buddy now and get exclusive access to the new podcast episodes. You can find more information about this on my website schulze-kopp.de.
Welcome to this podcast.
Water Polo Expert Talk. Get the insights. Do you think, or what is the difference, or is there a difference from the importance, from the level, from your point of view, between the World Championship and the Olympics?
Olympic Games are another level. It's a different thing. First of all, because they are played every 4 years. It's not every 2 years. So that is, it's one thing that it's much harder to win, because you play less time, so that's different. Also, because in a sport that is not that famous, or is not that known or played, or there is so many people playing, when you arrive to Olympic Games, I think the media coverage, like everything, and everybody and the whole world is looking to the Olympic Games. Mm-hmm. And because you're competing as a team, like, for example, I know Team España. So we're competing together. You're looking at the whole, like, medals that Spain is winning. Every medal is truly important. So they follow whoever can win a medal. So I think the pressure is much higher. You can feel it. I mean, you arrive to some place that they are doing one tournament that they have spent so much money to build, I don't know, the Olympic Village, like everything involved. It's so crazy. It's so great that I think it's truly one thing that every water polo player, or every, I don't know, whoever sport you play, everybody should need to play once at the Olympics, because you need to live that experience.
Yeah. So, and the other thing is, some people who are attending the Olympic Games I talked with was that it's not only related to the sport. Yeah. So because it's also to get in touch with other people, to create a network, to talk to other people, look other sports, to get in touch with other cultures. So all these, let's say, social stuff around the sport, it's also very important during these weeks of Olympic Games.
Sure. At the end, you're living with the top athletes of every sport. You're eating with them. You're together in the like, I don't know, in the lunchroom. You're together in the village, in the same buildings. Everything is the same for everybody. I remember we were in Rio, and we would see Nadal coming back from playing his games, and he was so exhausted getting into the same elevator. Like, everybody's at the same level. So you can, I don't know, get to know so many people, to see, I don't know, probably your heroes, or people that you truly admire because of what they have achieved. So I think it's truly an incredible experience.
Maybe you have also some special moment, maybe for you, where you say, okay, this is my Olympic moment.
For me, like, a very special moment in the Olympic Games was to play the semifinals. We didn't. I wasn't able to play semifinals in Rio. So for us, it was truly a special moment, because we knew that it was like a really important game. The expectation was really high to what we could achieve, but it didn't end in a good way, because at the end we lost against Serbia. But for me, it was truly special to live that moment, and to live, I don't know, the previous day. It was quite an experience.
Yeah. So, and I also have sometimes the discussion about when kids are starting to play water polo. Yeah. So, should they think big? Yeah. So, really think at the very beginning, okay, I would like to attend the Olympic Games somewhere in the future, or should they? Yeah, not think so big and have so much expectations on themselves. Yeah. So, what do you think? Should kids really, think big, or what would your advice for young kids or young athletes who are playing water polo to reach somehow these kind of goals? Yeah, to attend Olympic Games, World
Yes.
Championships.
Well, first of all, my advice would be to have like fun. I mean, have the most fun you can playing water polo. I think when you have fun playing and training and in every day in that process, it's much easier and you will enjoy it like so much more. I think you if you have fun doing everything you do, it's gonna be much easier for you to give your best and I don't know, to be thinking about water polo during all day, to want to improve, to want to go to training every day. So I think that's the most important thing. And the other thing, it's I don't know. I think you need to have like objectives. You need to dream big, obviously, but I think you should take it like one step at a time. Like obviously, I think in a process when I was young, I thought about I don't know my next big goal as I don't know like an easy steps I could make. So when I was in Waterpolo Navarra and I was young, I would think about making it to the first team, and then I don't know, playing one game, and then some these little steps that every time you achieve one, you get closer to the final objective. But I think the most important advice I can give is just to enjoy what you do, because in case that you have a chance to make it to the Olympics or something, if you enjoy the process and if you enjoy training and everything, it will be much easier.
Yeah, so fun is at least, at the end, really the main goal. Yeah, so to have fun what you're doing, and when you are have fun and enjoy what you're doing, then it's not really, it's quite the same for business. Yeah, when you love your job or you are happy to do your job, then it's not really it's not the feeling such a feeling for a job. Yeah, so in this case, it's much more easier, as you say. Yeah, so to go every day to the training and 2 times to the training a day or whatever. Yeah, so it's much more easier than when we enjoy the things you love.
For sure, there is one like really famous tweet that put like Naval is called. He's really famous. I don't know, tweeting things, and he said that you should find one thing to do that. It looks like work to others, but it looks like play to you. So in that way, I mean, it will be much easier for you to do it every day. So I think luckily I found it. So I just need to enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a perfect match in this case, in your case. So when we are playing, or when a player like you playing so much tournaments, then you have so many games in a short period of time. Yeah. So what about the regeneration to recover from the game or between the games? Are there any methods or any things you do between the games to recover then between the games?
I don't have like quite like a method that I follow every like after every game, because I think every game is different and usually depends on how I feel. But I usually like to first of all to try to slow my breathing so that I can relax. I think that helps me a lot. It's quite important. And then I try to do some roller the next day, try to stretch, try to think about the game I just played, and then I think the coaches helps us a lot, by doing like an easy training after a hard game. So at the end, it's all about how you feel. I think every player is different, and this usually is really hard because you train all together as a team, but not everybody probably played the same minutes the other day. Probably one play more, and one is more tired, and one had like a bad night of sleep. So it's quite hard to treat all of us the same way. But I try obviously to sleep to have a good night of sleep, because that usually helps. But not truly I have one method, but I try to recover as quickly as I can. If I have access to a cold bath, I will try to jump in, because I like it, and I like the feeling I have afterwards. So I mean, it depends.
Perfect. Yeah. So because the Olympic Games or big tournaments are not really the only point in water polo where you have so many games maybe in a short period of time, because the Champions League is also starting some weeks ago, and here we come back from the national team to the club area with the Barceloneta. You played the Champions League for a few days right now.
Yes.
What are the expectations, or what are the plans and goals for the Champions League this year? So obviously the final eight, the final tournament. But what do you think about the previous games so far?
Well, I think right now we are happy with our results, because we played 2 games outside away. We beat Dinamo, and we beat on Tuesday William-Meni. I think William-Meni was a hard game. I think they're going to be a hard team to beat, because they played a very solid game. I think they have good water polo, and they know how to play, and they are patient. They are truly like tactically. I found them like to be a really good team. So we are happy, because it was an away game, and we had to win the 3 points. So we made it. We didn't start this season in the best possible way. We lost one league game against Sabadell. So we are right now we're trying to improve our game, and I think for sure in the next couple of games we will be able to continue improving. We have kind of new players, so it's always hard at the beginning of the season to get to know each other truly in a way that we can achieve our best water polo. So I think that will arrive. And for us, obviously, our main goal right now it's to qualify for the final 8. I think obviously is the goal of every team in the group. So it's gonna be hard, because we need to secure obviously the points that will get us there. But I think we have a hard group. It's not like last year that I think our group was truly like it was really hard, and obviously Olympiacos missed to reach the final 8, and they had truly an amazing team. So that says how hard it was last year group. I think this year it's also hard, the group, but it's not. It doesn't have the same level as last year. This year both groups are pretty equal in our level. We know we have Reco and Olympiacos in our team that are probably 2 teams that are one level above all of the others, because they have so many great players, so many stars. So I don't know. We will see what happens. We're going to try to beat everyone. We will try to be in the final 8, and then after we arrive there, we know it's three games in a row. It's a really hard tournament, and I don't know. If they want to beat us, we will try our best, and if they are better than us, well, they will deserve that victory. So that's our goal.
Yeah. And next day you play against Vaspo, right? Yeah. So
yes,
from Hanover.
We're playing home.
I hope you are not so hard to them.
No.
So because they have also, let's say a little switch or lose so many great players, at beginning of this season, and also very experienced players and replace them somehow here with the young athletes and young players, and this is somehow also the idea to give young players really the option or the opportunity to learn from these kind of people during these kinds of games in the Champions League. So I hope they have at least a chance against you.
Well, I mean, for sure, it's gonna be hard. Every Champions League, it's hard to play and it's hard to win. And I think Hanover, as you said, they are making an investment. They change probably great players and really good and experienced players for younger ones. But I mean, probably this will pay them off in the future, because these young players they will grow a lot at the end. Many times that's the thing you need to do. Probably it's I don't know. You won't have that many great results in the present, but you're investing in the future. So it's something that at some point every club needs to do, and well, I think they did it now. So probably they will grow a lot during the year. That's the point.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, and this is something you see in the game, or in the idea of the game when you see the games today, or in the last couple of weeks and months. So it's really a difference between right now and also the past. From the younger players, it's really good to see that there's somehow improvement. This is absolutely obviously.
Sure, I think it happens like with every young player that it's arriving and it's starting to play like at a really nice level. Like it was because everybody needed to do first an investment on him, and it's a thing you need to do. I mean, I think it's obvious. Like I grew as a player because somebody made an investment and took me from Navarra and bring me here to Barceloneta to play, and in that way I was able to grow. I mean, but it's something that you need to do. I mean, you
absolutely.
You at some point you need to try to have young players and teach them and make them grow, and in that way your team will grow also. So
that's absolutely the point. So you have to make the investment first, before you get the investment back somewhere in the future. So maybe at the end, what are the plans for the next weeks or months for you, and also maybe for years? So you're not really young, but also not old. So in this case, I think I can ask for the next couple of years, maybe. So Paris is standing in front of us somehow.
Sure. At the end, I think in every water polo player, in their minds, it's has the Olympics on their minds. Obviously, you play every 4 years, but every coach, usually for national team, thinks about Olympics in some way. Obviously, we know that we have so many tournaments next year. We have obviously with the clubs Champions League, we have the league, we will have the Spanish Cup. We also have the World Champs with national team, European Champs, World Champs again. So it's gonna be like a really hard year. But I think it's for us. It's a great opportunity because I think we have a good team, and you have a chance to be able to compete, to be able to try to give your best and to win more medals in World Champs, in European Champs. So I think it's a really good way to prepare ourselves and to arrive in the best possible way to Paris. But obviously Paris is a main goal for us, because I think we were really close to win a medal in Tokyo and we didn't make it. So we have on our minds that we need to improve. At the end, I think every tournament we play or every important game we play, I think you can learn things, and we're getting more experience as the year passes. So I think it's going to be good for our team, And after that, obviously, I love what I do. I love water polo, and I will like to play many more years. At the end, I'm really happy doing what I do, and to being able to play like in the club at this level, thanks to the investment like the clubs made to be able to play Champions League, to travel around Europe, to play games. I think it's truly a great experience. Every time we do this, you get to know, I don't know, cities. You don't have that much time, but you get to go outside for dinner, to I don't know, to learn about new countries. So I think it's truly like a gift for us to be able to do that, and also to play these big tournaments, these European champs, world champs, and Olympic games. I think if you have the chance to live it, you should do it as many times as you can. So if they keep wanting me to go, I will be able to keep playing also. So
yeah,
I hope I have so many years to play water polo.
Yeah. So I'm really sure that this will be happened. So it's at the moment I do not see any reason why, because this would not happen. Yeah. So yeah.
No,
so
I think today,
when you say you enjoy what you're doing.
Yes. And I think like times have changed a lot, and today athletes, and obviously water polo players, but all kind of athletes, I think they take care of themselves like much better than they used to. Also, they have, I don't know, more physiotherapists, more medical staff helping them, more vitamins, more everything. You have access to much more things. So I think right now the players play for much longer than they used to do. So I think we will see that kind of things in the future, that usually a couple of years ago a player would probably stop playing when he was 33, 34, 35, but right now I think players can play for much more years than they used to.
Yeah. So in this case, I wish you all the best then for all your achievements, for your goals for the next weeks, months, and years. Yeah. So I saw you played next year in April here in Hanover. Yeah. So maybe then we have the chance to chat to each other and talk to each other again here in real time, in face to face, because this is one day after my birthday. So in this case, I'm not able to forget it.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
No. In April.
In April, yeah, right. Yeah,
okay,
so next year in April. So it's the 26th where you play in Hanover. Yeah, so I already marked this in my calendar. Yeah, so you have an appointment here.
Okay, sure.
Good. Yeah, so thanks
to see you there.
Thank
you so much. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure, and thank you for this hard work that you do, and for this, and you do it for water polo, and I think it's truly great that there is people like you doing this. So thank you.
So this goes in the same direction you mentioned before. So when you like or love what you do, so it's not really work.
But
thank you.
No, thank you, Andreas.
So have a nice evening, and see you in Hanover in April.
Okay, thank you so much, Andreas. It was a pleasure.